Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part if you will only make a start.
Have you been into a situation wherein many people around you seem to need help and that you feel the need to really help even if you have no more? Is it a hard thing to conceptualize to help? Or oppositely, an easier one? Well, let us examine what the Bible can say regarding this attitude of giving. Proverbs 11:30 says, "What good people produce is like a life-giving tree. Those who are wise give new life to others." Friends, giving is a godly character, and that will be the center of our 7 minutes with God today. This is your online inspirational evangelist, Brother Noy Gonzaga, still happy to be God's mouthpiece for this program. Oftentimes, many of us view giving as a heavy responsibility. Well, it's really heavy. But haven't we noticed that God may have given us extra fortunes even if we are not that rich? And part of that should be beneficial contribution to other people who may need more than what we have in excess. Well, if we cannot realize this one, let us have some self-awareness with the edgy robes of selfishness. Now let me share with you a story that I bumped on when I was surfing online. The story is about a Chinese man who is in the working class, single, and his earning is within the range of the middle class, meaning he is not very rich, but he is not also suffering from poorness. The routine of this person going to work will amuse us. En route to work, he will pass by some plants and transfer them to where these plants can see sunlight or can benefit from rain. Then, he would wait for a street vendor to help her push her cart because there is an uneven part of the road that causes that vendor to have difficulty pushing through her cart. Then, he will eat in a restaurant and a dog will usually touch his knees and he will give half of whatever is he having for viand during his meal. After that, he will continue walking and pass by a mother and a little girl who is in the streets asking for alms. Usually, he pulls out 30 to 50 pesos every time he passed by there, or roughly $1. Then, he will report to work already. On his way home, he will buy a bunch of bananas to hang at the doorknob of an old widow staying alongside his rented pad. This daily routine caused joy and warmness of the heart to this young Chinese career person, and he always do this with overflowing joy. He feels helping himself to be happy when he is helping others, even if he is not rich enough to really afford great help. What he thinks is important is that help comes from the heart. This continued for a year or more, and he never felt any negative feelings to what he is doing. The more alarming thing is, people in the community observing him thinks he is a fool for wasting his resources to others, knowing that he is not also that rich. So people start telling him to stop and save for himself, but he just wink on this and continue these things that make him happy. One day, when he passed by the plants that he is always transferring from one place to another to benefit from sunlight and rain, he noticed that beautiful flowers came out of them, and people adore this gorgeous sight in the streets. This is enough for the Chinese man to feel reimbursed with his effort. Then he continued walking, and he saw that the woman pushing the cart has already rented a stall that needs no pushing and pulling. The woman told him, Her income was already enough to rent a store thanks to his daily concern of really letting the old stall climb to that barrier and waiting for her so that she can also settle her little store. Another reason for the Chinese man to feel greatly happy with how the world responded to his hobby of helping is seeing the woman already stable in her business. After which, he went to his favorite restaurant and he saw the owner of the restaurant feeding the dog. Okay? The owner feed the dog already, of which before they hated that dog. But when the dog saw him, the dog went directly to him and since then never left this Chinese man. Well, the dog then became his companion and often errands and helped him in his errands at home. The next destination was the mother and the daughter asking alms on the street. When he arrived there, he only saw the mother and he was quite worried. But the mother was smiling and pointed to his back. When the Chinese man turned his back, he saw the child bringing a diploma and having a medal on her neck, signifying that she graduated from preschool already. The little girl showed the Chinese man her diploma and hugged him and told him, "You are a part of this great success. Your 30 to 50 pesos daily alms to us, we save it for my education." These caused tears of real joy to flow down the eyes of this Chinese man. After this incident, he went to work and on his way home, he did not forget the bananas for the old widow next to his room. When he was about to hang the bananas, the old widow came out and gave him a very big hug. The widow is actually receiving a pension from government and she saved some money and gave this Chinese man a bike that he can use going to work. Friends, this story tells us of a heart that wanted to make other hearts happy, not knowing that by doing so, he is also making his own heart a favor of being happier. However, the happiest being of serving this great person is no other than God, who is very delighted with the reflection of love emulated by the Chinese man. Yes, shortage of finances, meager incomes, and even low-faring economic stability is not enough reason why we cannot share God's blessings. Often, it's a test of character. If a person can still represent and reflect his God in situations that are not really that favorable or comfortable, then this person really reflects God. However, if we will have the attitude of giving, which is a divine reflection of Jesus Christ, we may not expect it, but history and experiences tells us that there will be showers of blessings from God above if we will do these things. Again, there will be showers of blessings.
Showers of blessing we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead. There shall be showers of blessing, this is the promise of love. There shall be seasons refreshing, sent from the Savior above. There shall be showers of blessing, showers of blessing we need.
Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead.
There shall be showers of blessing, precious reviving again, over the hills and the valleys, sound of abundance of rain. There shall be showers of blessing we need. Mercy drops round us are falling, but for the showers we plead.
There shall be showers of blessing, send them upon us, O Lord. Grant to us now a refreshing, come and now
but for the showers we plead.
Giving is always a godly attitude. What is making it ungodly is the expectation to have something in return when we give. Always remember, when we give, we have received already something in return, and that is, we receive God's reflection of His character that gives due to love and happiness. May God continue to inspire each of us to give and be blessed by the attitude of giving. This is your 7 Minutes with God, and His great message today is, give and you will be blessed. Have a day of beneficence, everyone.
Wake up, wake up. It's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring.
Wake up! Wake up!